Welcome back to the Huddle on Fox Sports Radio 1700, also at 956sports.com, as we are recapping the action of this past weekend, that which was maybe rescheduled and didn't happen last night, or that is coming up today. And one of the games that was not affected last night by the weather was Sharyland Pioneer. We welcome Coach Jason Wheeler, the Sharyland Pioneer Diamondbacks, onto the show. Coach, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great.
How was the game last night?
Yeah, it was a big win for our program. You know, took a 2.5-hour bus ride down there to Corpus, and no cheerleaders, no band because of the weather, and about 100 Lowell fans.
Wow.
And in a hostile environment, but we played real well, and I'm real proud of the effort, and then getting a victory down there.
Considering the way you win, would that make you Leonidas with 300 behind you?
I don't know about that. I know that, we've matured a lot, and, I think last year we had a big gorilla on our back because we didn't have any experience. We only had one kid that played varsity football in a varsity football game, period. And this year we've got a lot of kids have a little chip on their shoulder, especially defensively, and it's really helped us this year. And we're taking care of the ball better offensively, and, that's definitely helping us win ball games.
Coach, in the second season of Diamondback football, did you think that you'd be, 2-0 or 3-0 going in this season in so far?
Yeah, we started off 2-0 last year, and then, we hit Ray last year and struggled a little bit. But, I saw a lot of improvement from our kids this year, and we're playing with a lot of confidence. And, I thought our kids are starting to believe, and that's half the battle, just expecting to win, when you step on the field and not having that doubt. And, so we're a lot closer in that team, a lot better leadership, and especially playing on the road, defense, playing great defense is a key. I don't care what level of football it is, and we did that early, and that helped us relax and just go out there and have fun and play.
Well, I think we all know that defense wins championships, right?
It usually does, yes, sir.
Coach, this is Carlos Robledo from 956sports.com. How you doing, Coach?
Oh, just good.
I remember when you were at Hidalgo, and it was a few years back, and y'all had a freshman quarterback by the name of Shay Patterson.
Yes, sir.
You remember him?
Oh, yeah. I remember Shay. Matter of fact, one of these days, he'll probably be playing on Sunday night, and I'm going to tell people, well, until he came to us, Coach Ford, and he didn't lift weights, so we can at least contribute to his weightlifting. But he was pretty talented when we got him.
He certainly was, and we had an opportunity to see him there and do some work with you guys during that freshman season with Shay. Are you, a lot of times you have these kids, they're in the junior high level, and they go up to it doesn't translate, to the varsity level. But for Shay, it has, and it looks like it's going to translate to the collegiate level because he's one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. Wow.
Yeah, and when he won that Elite 11, there with on TV there, I realized, and all those camps that he goes to, those are pressure-type situations. And, I know Coach Ford and I, when we got him as a freshman, we were like, well, let's see if he's all about this, see if he's a real deal or not.
Right.
And, we had the talent, but the mental aspect is a big deal for a freshman in varsity football, period. And I remember our first game against Raymondville. He took off and scrambled and went for about 40 yards down the sideline, just got blew up on the sidelines. And he comes off the field, and he's like, let's go. And I'm like, okay, this kid's ready to go.
Yeah.
There's no fear, so he's good to go.
Yeah, and he comes from a family where his grandfather actually played in the NBA, back in the day, and then his brother and his sisters were all recruited, all big-time athletes. So he has the genes, most definitely. But
he's a humble kid. He's a hard worker. So he's, I'm happy for everything he's accomplished, and just hoping to stay healthy.
Did he grow up to like 6'2" or something? He's about 6 foot back his freshman. I think he got a little.
Yeah, he's probably. I think he's close to about 6'2", maybe close to 6'3" now, probably about 200 pounds. So, yeah, he's growing. His dad's a large man, about 6'5", 6'4", so he's got a chance to keep growing. And, he's a dual threat quarterback. That's what everybody's looking for, and he's got a big arm. So, the sky's the limit for him.
Coach, now, how are you doing it this year offensively? Who's your quarterback, and how have you guys been able to win these games, and get prepared for the district?
Yeah, we had a quarterback, Alejandro Ramirez, took most of our snaps last year, and he struggled last year. He took for quite a few picks, especially in district, and that's one area that we really improved on is just taking care of the football. You know, we still would like to be able to run the ball a little bit better than we're doing. We got some playmakers, and we've made enough plays to get some points on the board, but turnover ratio has been huge for us. Last year, I'll be honest with you, I stopped tracking it because it got so bad. I mean, it got to about negative 12, and then you just stop tracking it. And this year, we're +4 on the year right now, and and that's the key. If you can win that turnover battle and play great defense, you got a chance in every game. So he's taking care of the ball a lot better for us, and making better decisions, and being a better leader there back there at quarterback. So that's been huge for us.
Now, I know when you guys opened that school, you guys had a hard time filling coaching positions because they had filled the teaching positions. How hard was it for you to assemble your staff, and what you had to deal with last year and then moving into this year?
Yeah, they were pretty good. I was able to, bring in guys. The funny story is all these guys I hired are good coaches, but I've never coached with them. So can you imagine a first-year program with a head coach that's coaching with guys that he's never coached with? So they had to learn my philosophy and what I expected, and it was trial and error with us last year too, with the kids and the coaches. So this past off season we went through a boot camp, and I think it was good for coaches and kids because we're all on the same page, and then had a good spring ball, and I'm figuring out my coaches and what their strengths are, and actually giving them more ownership in the program this year, and kind of managing the game a little bit, as a head coach, which it's different for me being a defensive coordinator, making every defensive call. I've pulled away from that, kind of help manage the game and actually help our offense a little bit too, so it's worked out.
But have you ever found yourself maybe leaning on, wanting to get your spoon in the mix there with the defense?
Oh yeah, I'll still, this year, Robert Bocanegra, I let him call the defense, but there's about 10 to 12 plays during the game. I'll yell at a call, and he signals it in. As a head coach, you have that right to do that. So, and then I've got my hands on the special teams and stuff. I've got a rugby punt formation that I run that's pretty tough. Where we can punt it or run some fakes and stuff. So I have a little fun with that, and I've got my hands on it. I do stay busy.
And Boca was a great pickup for you going into it, but he was also one of the guys that was up for the job there at Pioneer, wasn't he?
No, Coach Robert Bocanegra came from Mickey Rowe, actually. Coach Olvera had applied for the head job. He was a O-line assistant offense coordinator at Sharyland. I brought him over. He was the one, I knew getting hired late in the year that I need to hire someone from Sharyland that knows the kids, So I brought him over, and I wanted to run the spread offense. I like it. I was with Ford for many years there, and I see the benefit of the spread offense and being balanced and running pass. So I brought him over, Coach Olvera. But yeah, Robert Bocanegra he's got a high motor. He's a sharp guy, hard worker, and I'm glad to have him. And he's been doing a good job calling the defense. Last year I called the defense through him. Basically just standing down the sidelines. I'd call it through the headsets, and he'd signal it, and that worked. But I think I needed to get closer and more involved with the offense and be able to manage the game better. And so I kind of pulled away from that this year, and it's helping us, on situations on timeouts and personnel, and just kind of getting the pulse of the team, and being able to help the offense a little bit too, because I'll watch the defense and say, hey, this is what they're doing, and let's attack them this way. So it's worked out good.
Coach, you mentioned Scott Ford. How often do you guys talk? Do you guys still talk at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Coach Ford's a good friend of mine, and got a lot of respect for him. We text back and forth, on a weekly basis. We keep in touch with each other and get a lot of respect for each other. I mean, we made a hell of a team, down here, with him being in charge of offense and me the defense. And so, he's keep in touch with him, and he had a shootout last night. He won 50-44 last night. So, but yeah, he's a good friend. We still stay in touch.
All right, Coach. Well, listen, we appreciate the time. Best of luck. You got La Feria next up on the schedule. How do you start getting ready for the Lions?
Oh yeah, La Feria's got some skilled kids, and they always do a good job. They played well against us last year, so it's it's not a revenge game, but all those games that we struggled, this year. I just talked to the kids about. We don't talk about wins and losses. We talk about respect, and we talk about having fun. If we earn respect and we have fun this year, then I think we'll be happy with the results. So, it's going to be fun. One of the team goals was to win every home game this year, and we're going to try to keep this thing going. We know we've got a lot of improvement. We've got a real tough district ahead of us, but we feel good where we're at right now, and just got to keep trucking.
Yeah, that schedule doesn't get any easier on you.
No, but we'll be okay. We'll be all right. Like I said, if we can keep playing defense, we're giving up 8 points a game and about 170 yards a game. That gives you a chance if you can slow people down.
Well, we look forward to the continued success, and best of luck to you, Coach.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks so much. Head Coach Jason Wheeler of the Sharyland Pioneer Diamondbacks. Can we call them McAllen Sharyland? Because technically they are. And
I had somebody go off on me on Twitter because I put Sharyland Pioneer. They're like, it's called Pioneer.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the Vela thing. They want to be Robert Vela High School.
Right.
And everybody calls them Edinburgh Vela.
Gruya, La Gruya.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Drama.
We're going to take a timeout. We're going to pause for comments. When we come back, UTRGV Athletics. We're going to talk about how the weather affected them last night. It's coming up here on 956sports.com and Fox Sports Radio 1700.